is with you, young viewer, but you are not a Jedi yet. Let's get that out of here. Sorry, I'm only 3 minutes past noon, so I guess I'm not too late. Save game, cause close. Almost hit exit game. Who are you? What do you want me to do? Okay.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek investigate, no doubt. He seems stumped. I'm Rickard Lusoff. Maybe you can figure this out and let me get out of here.
I mean, what happened?
Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting
Vassal,
Master Baluk in his
you
investigation.
okay?
I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me?
Should I have?
I guess under this... Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead.
Go on.
I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. Well, there. That's...
Body of Calder Nedic. He was apparently shot from behind with blaster.
Greetings, Padawan. You must be the one Master Baluk has enlisted to help him with this problem. I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by accessing the records of both the Jedi Enclave and the central government facilities here on Dantooine. If you have any need, I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Caldernet. Is there any?
What did you find out about the body?
My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast to the torso. Is there any other information?
Tell me about these planes.
These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Iriars are mostly docile, but can easily be provoked to violence. Calf hounds, on the other hand, are much more deadly. There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by calf hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given out 3 days ago to carry a weapon at all times when on the plains. Small farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other...
I'll have more questions later. I want to discuss the He was nearby and heard a shot and ran out. I do not know.
Is there any other... Very well. Is there any... My brilliant... Is there any other... Very...
How can I help?
Never
Then I
mind.
said... How can I help?
Not you,
Then I
Bastila.
suggest...
How can I be of further
Why were you out
I
here?
was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running.
You want
Yes,
around?
quite often. I generally prefer a healthy body will breed a healthy mind, as I always say.
You're holding your side. Are
Injured?
you injured?
No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bantha. I run. I don't know if I mentioned it.
I want to ask
How
you
can I be
something else. Nothing more
course.
right now.
So, what do you want to...
Why were you
I
out
told
here?
you already, didn't I? Was hunting some areas.
Game froze.
Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. But they're still around. Was in my book. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now?
I want to ask you
So,
something
what do you
else.
want to know?
Luke said you were limping.
Kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body. But it's...
That's all for
Right.
now. Tell me what happened to you.
Digo tonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tunking ba munudak. Tugning
Before the clouds broke?
mule rabes.
Tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita po e tikito. Dolpa da bonqualeo.
Ka chikun ita hodonga.
Ita kum justak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Dolba bank.
Runda digo tonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ka chikun ita
Hey, Joseph.
hodonga. Iking kuno ba mule ra chikun. Slimo
Runda di takum justak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong na tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Muchashak pakat. Takum justak miki.
How can I be of further? Well, actually, I just got here. I had no idea, Master. I hope that you...
That's all for
course.
now. I want to discuss the murder.
Jeda tong much. Akupa.
It's cloudy. There was no sun
Tong
glare.
haitwam jiji jum lumpa. Nita po e tikito. Dolpa da bonqualeo gandona takum justak miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bo.
ka chikun ita hodonga.
Motive of the killing.
Iking kuno
Muchashak pakat.
So, what do you...
Did you know
yeah,
the
I
victim?
knew it. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked this slime ball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences.
Hold on, let me just adjust. Ah, well.
Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him, especially now that he's dead. We actually got along pretty well most of the time. We just had our differences. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some
Business
orbit-to-ground
partners.
transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably... So,
Why would someone want to kill
you
him?
Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I don't know why this is causing you...
That's all for
Right.
now.
How can I be of further...
Did you know
I
the
know him a
victim?
little bit, but I was not any sort of great friend to him or anything. I never really associated with him that much. In truth, I didn't really want to. He had a reputation. Very inconsiderate of family, I heard. But merely having heard unkind things about someone wouldn't make me want to kill him.
One says you killed him. Yeah,
I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit agitated. Why must we remain here? Can't you see...
I want to ask
How
you
can I-
something else. Nothing
Of
more
course.
right now. I want to discuss the murder.
디호동가 군 헝가비 카치 군 이다하동 룬드 디호동가 군 헝가비
He's probably stalking
제도
him.
봐도 와는 이디보보.
Just a theory.
무주샥 바칸.
룬드 디호동가 군 헝가
제도 봐도 와는 통하이트왑 주지.
Let me try something else.
룬드 디
Not.
카치 군 룬드 디호
통
Let me try something else.
무주샥 통
I will continue my investigation.
How can I be of further...
Why
I
were
was
you out
taking
here?
my daily... Yes, quite often. A healthy body...
I want to
How
ask
can I-
something else. Why would someone...
Well, you see, Calder was involved in some
Hold on.
pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut. A hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him.
That's all for now.
Of course.
So,
Did you know the victim?
yeah, I knew him. Hell, we were actually business partners. Can I leave now?
I want to ask you
So-
something else. Why would someone want
Jedi
to...
are so predictable. Can't you see that it must have... I don't know why this is causing... So,
Why were
I
you out
told
here?
you already. Was in my... Now, I don't...
Not just yet.
So, well,
Sorry. I smacked my mic butt. Mistake.
right.
I want to discuss the murder.
룬드 디호동가 군 헝 카치 군 룬드 디호동 카치 군 이다하동가 룬드 디호
통
Let me try something else. I did not know.
공주.
Oh,
there any
information
other
droid. Calder in
The
hand.
Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past several weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Netick and Mr. Gould. Is there any other information you need?
Calder and Rickard.
According to the municipal authorities near the Garrow spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in a cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusov was making accusations at a Mr. C. Netic about cheating him in a business deal. Jedi Tuka was dispatched to the scene and restored order. Is there any other...
I'll
Very
have
well.
more questions later.
How can I be of further... But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder.
Punch his face in. Why?
My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as it may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be...
Nothing
Of
more
course.
right now. I'm getting real tired of this. It's the... There we go.
So. Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbit. We've been partners in that business for well over 20 years. Right.
I want to discuss the murder. He knew his wife was cheating.
Miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga.
Kachikun itaho.
Mucho sh-
Is there any other...
Tell me about the weapon found at the
We
scene.
cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not... Is there any other... There have been... Is there... Very
I'll
well.
have more questions. I want to discuss the murder. Blaster didn't belong to the victim.
Runda diho donga kun hankabi. Ta kunju stak Miki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga.
Let me get more information on the blaster.
Donga.
So, what do you...
What about the weapon found at the
That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had. That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's...
I want to
So-
ask you something else. Nothing
Right.
more right now.
How can I be of further...
What do you know about the weapon found by the body?
That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these ravenous cath hounds around. Even an Irias can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon. It's our most prized possession. I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard... How can I be of further...
Nothing more
course.
right now. I want to discuss the murder.
Runda diho donga kun hankabi. Ta kunju stak Miki grabul mogo.
Let me get more information on the blaster.
Is there any other information?
Is there a report of Hannon's
I am
blaster
sorry,
being
but I seem
stolen?
to be failing now. I have searched and searched, but I cannot. I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other...
I'll have
Very
more
well.
questions later. I want to discuss the murder. He lied about it being stolen.
Donga kun
Kachikun itaho donga.
mucho shot.
Okay.
Is there any other information?
Tell me about
I
blood
have just
sample.
received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the weapon. It had been sent back to the Enclave just before you arrived. The blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial contaminant in the sample that had been taken back to the laboratory, and it had become degraded. We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other information you...
We'll have
Very
more
well.
questions later.
How can I be of further assistance?
Nothing more
course.
right now.
So, what?
Nothing
Right.
more right now. Want to discuss the murder. Didn't belong. Hammond's blood. Clutching his side.
Hey, what are you doing?
제드바드와는 이디보보. 타군주 스타크니키 그라블 모고. 같이 주 이타 보둥가. 돌바방크.
Now they are both guilty.
디호동가 군헝가비. 어느 군베스 징 발라물레 동 아봄샤 옴니노.
Rickard thought Calder was cheating him in
타군주
business.
스타크니키 그라블 모고. 같이 주 이타 보둥가.
같이 군 이다호 룬드 디호동가 군헝가비. 어느 군베스
통하이트왑 지지 좀 룸파. 니타 포에 티키토. 돌바다 봉과레어 간도난 추추. Damn you. Damn both of you. 타군주 스타크니키 그라블 모고. 같이 주 이타 보둥가. 돌바방크 월레오 간다 나루 추추.
같이 군 이다호
통하이트왑 지지 좀 룸파. 니타 포에
Well
Yay!
done. I'm impressed. I'm not sure I...
아추타.
And force be with you. Alright, that was like 10 to 15 minutes. Sure. Med pack. You know what? I'm going back to the Ibn Hawk. Transit back. Ruins. What language is that? I still don't
I think the
understand.
droid is trying to communicate with... The droid can probably understand us. The only problem is it may not have been programmed with the phonemes of a language we can understand.
Hey, I understood that.
I recognize this language as well. It's an archaic variant of the Selkath dialect spoken on Manaan. But why would a droid on Dantooine be programmed to speak ancient Selkath?
I'm sure the slaves, the builders, you mean the Rakata?
It must be referring to Revan. The Dark Lord and Malak likely encountered this droid.
What are you? Why are you here? How long have you been here? 10 full revolutions of this system's outermost planet.
10 revolutions would take more than 20,000 years. If this is true, then this droid is nearly 5,000 years older than the Republic itself. There must be some mistake.
No mistake. What is the Star Forge? What is it? What does it do?
The droid is obviously not programmed with the knowledge we seek. The Starforge sounds like some type of weapon, perhaps. Though in fact, it could be anything.
Could it have been a
Maybe.
factory or weapon
That would
plant?
explain how the Sith were able to amass a fleet so quickly. But I suspect maybe the droid has more information.
Who are the builders you keep talking about? The Infinite Empire, I recognize that term.
These builders must have been an extinct people.
Hold on one sec.
Though it is strange, there's no record of their existence. Even the archives of the Jedi Academy make no mention of them. In the years before the Republic, the Hutts were a dominant force in the galaxy, but they never constructed an empire. In fact, I know of no species that would fit with this information.
Something must have happened to wipe the builders out. Where can we find the Star Force? Not builders, but not slaves. They proved themselves worthy. How do we do that?
The droid must be talking about poor Nemo.
Did you kill the Jedi over it? How can I prove myself worthy?
Revan and Malak unlocked the sealed door and uncovered the secrets of the Starforge. Now Malak is using the Starforge to fuel his conquest of the Republic. We have to find out what they uncovered. We have to find a way to...
Level
I'm
up.
here.
Bastila. Level up. Skills. Computer use. Okay. Feats. Reduces the attack penalty by an additional 2/2, making a total of -4 main hand and over -4 offhand. Master Flurry. Powers. Level 12. Wound. Slow. Dark side power. Defense is increased by 4 and attack per round is gained. Okay. Accept. Seth Deegan, level up. Compute. Oh. Yep, I'm gonna save that. Force Valor. Accept. Close. Nemo's remains. Jedi lightsaber crystal and robe I'm gonna replace. Door. Force Valor. Force Valor.
Yes?
Double Force Valor.
Let's
Shut up, eBay. Sorry, I just got an email from eBay.
Down you go!
Come on. I know Bachelor is lying dead on the ground, but I know our strongest party member is lying down dead on the ground.
You asked
But
for
we
this!
can do this!
Let's go!
Come on.
How'd you like that?
Come on. Alright. I am officially sick and tired of all of this game freezing OBS. Talk to the computer. Insert my data pad. Talk to the computer. Data interpretation complete. Language analysis complete. Primary life-giving seed worlds. Oceanic. Grassland. Arboreal.
What can I do?
You can use Cure.
What?
Alright. I'm gonna sit here and chat with you. Did you know that Darth Sidious never created a holocron because he didn't plan to let his knowledge outlive him? He thought, oh, I'm just gonna be immortal. Yeah, that totally works for Sith Lords. You can count the number of Sith Lords who died from natural causes on one hand. Master power attack. Light speed, force shield.
What?
Nice. Oh, come on!
You shall fall.
Come on.
You asked for this!
You shall fall.
Down you go!
Master power attack. Come on. Okay. Energy shield. Really, I should have been using that from the beginning. No, that's the 400. Ancient terminal. Talk to the computer. Insert my data pad. Talk to the computer. Data interpretation complete. Language analysis complete. Death giving. Desert. Volcanic. Barren.
What can I do?
Cure. Then cure again.
What?
Anyway, I'm gonna let my force recharge again. While Sidious didn't make a holocron, he did make a manifesto called the Dark Side Compendium, and in it we see his thoughts on Darth Vader. He considers him a masterpiece of monster creation. We see this in an excerpt from his book, The Creation of Monsters. He also gives instructions on how to create alchemically created war beasts. He says it should be strong where you are weak and weak where you are strong, so that it can never turn against you.
I'm here.
Sure.
Cutscene.
This must be what Revan and Malak found when they entered this temple. This must be where their journey down the dark side began.
What is it?
This is a map. Some sort of
I know it's a
intergalactic
map.
navigational chart. Revan and Malak must have used this to... We could use this map to follow their path and find the Starforge ourselves. But we must be wary. They may have laid traps or concealed what they found. I don't know, but Revan and Malak were very interested in finding it. It must be a tool of some type, or maybe a weapon. Perhaps the Count... But I think this map... See this world here? This looks like Korriban, a Sith world.
Korriban.
And if that's Korriban, then this is Kashyyyk,
The Sheik.
Tatooine, and here's Manan.
Perhaps those worlds
I
have
was
more
thinking that
clues.
too. This map... They may have found something on each of the other worlds that completed this map.
That sounds like quite a supposition. What if you're wrong?
What if I'm right? We can't ignore this. Finding
Yeah.
the Starforge might
Yeah,
very
we
well
really
be the
can't.
key to defeating the Sith. We must inform the Count...
So, if the test was that easy, how the heck did this MFer die? He would have had to fail a second grade. He would have had to fail an elementary level test, a 2-question test. He must be the dumbest MFer alive.
How can I help?
Look like something's bothering.
No, not bothering you. Not exactly. There is a bond between us. I do not dispute that. I can feel it, as I'm sure you can. The nature of that bond and its effect on our mission remain in question.
Doesn't the bond mean my presence is necessary?
Necessary, perhaps, but it is no guarantee of our success. I admit, I'm a little... I saw your service
Thanks.
records when you were transferred aboard the Ender Spire, but nothing beyond that. I know very little about you. I'd like to ask you...
Okay, I'll
Don't
answer
worry,
a few
these are simple
questions.
questions.
Nothing extravagant. I'm a
On which planet
soldier.
were you born?
It's in a remote system. Why?
Excellent.
Wasn't all this in my service records?
Yes. Well, the truth is, I was studying how you responded to my questions. Your reactions helped me judge you. This was a test for me to learn more about your character.
What did you find
You're
out?
honest, which is good. And you treated this as a serious matter, which it is. This bond we share will shape both our destinies. It is not to be taken lightly. But I imagine you've had enough questions for a while. So many things have happened to you since Taurus. It's probably a lot for you to absorb. We can speak again later.
Okay. Ebon Hawk. Workbench. Upgrade items. Damage bonus energy 1d6. Special Mined in the sigil system, this crystal is a costly but valued addition to a lightsaber. Assemble. I love the little flourish he does, not flurry. Bastila. Karth. Well, that's gonna do it for now. We're gonna do a raid. Assuming there's someone to raid.